What's going on, YouTube? Back again here today. It takes in between 21 and 66 days to build a habit according to the London Business School. So I'm out here speaking for 67 days straight. That's a 67-day speaking challenge. What I'm bringing to you today is red and blue oceans. So that's competitive and new markets. And so you need to dominate the market you're going into. You need to know the market you're going into because that's how you're going to be successful. You can't just go in and expect to be the number one phone in the market because Apple's going to destroy you. Google, Android, they're going to dominate you because they're already running the market. And so beforehand of developing a product, you have to look about who's your competitor. And so I'm learning this from firsthand experience right now is my best friends, Tyler Schoenig, David Label, and I are developing an allocation of time app or a time application, time management app. And so we have to look at other apps such as Evernote, which are other time management apps in which you can store notes. It's going to go through your daily progress. It's very efficient, but what's going to separate us from the competition? And that's another factor you have to consider when making decisions. And so what's going to make us different is that we integrate both or all three, a clock, an alarm, and a calendar all into one, and we're going to make it efficient, very good looking, very applicable to life, adaptive. And so these are different qualities that are going to make us competitive in the market. And we're also going to use this 10x rule. We need to make our product 10 times better than our competitor in order to be successful in the market. Dominate our niche first. We need to, have a small group of people. So we're going to dominate a small market just as Facebook did. They dominated it at Harvard, I believe, created that at a small university, and then broke on the large scale. And so we're going to dominate the niche and then go large scale using this 10x principle, a lot of feedback from other people. So you have to understand these markets, these red and blue oceans. So that's the competitive market. Unless you're developing something very new. So we just talked about red. We're going to switch over to blue. And so a blue ocean, a great example was Facebook. The very boom of social media. Or you can look at Jeff Bezos, the everything store. He created Amazon. That was something unlike anything anyone else has created before. He used it primarily as a bookstore, and now it's everything. You can look at PayPal. It wasn't necessarily, it was a competitive market, but people hadn't used it to their efficient ways as possible. And Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal, comes in and starts destroying the market because how he first got the first 50,000 people, or however so odd many, to buy into PayPal was he got people to make purchases, but they also got $1 back in return for making a purchase. So they're buying things, but they're also making money by buying things. And so they just loved PayPal right out the box, and then it spread from those 30,000 people telling all their friends. So you have to recognize the market you're going into, see if there's competition. If not, then you're in that blue ocean. But if there is, then you have to evaluate your competitors, see what they're doing very well, and then adapt. Steal the good things from them. See what they're doing well, and make it your own. Because the thing about these red and blue oceans, if you are going into a competitive red market, don't be the person who gives in. I'm gonna read this. Let's see. So take 100 people, and if they failed once, 50 people are going to give in. They failed twice, 70 people are going to give in. They fail 3 times, 90 people out of those 100 are going to give in. Are you going to be Colonel Sanders, who tried about 17 times, and on the 17th time, he created KFC? I mean, a lot of people aren't willing to go through the struggles to do that. So do you have tough skin is the question now. And so understand these markets, red and blue oceans. Do you know the knowledge that you need to know in the business world? And then go from there. A great example of this red and blue oceans is there's money everywhere. And would you believe that the most self-made millionaires are in the dry cleaning business? So that is a market that is not as competitive, and it's easy to dominate. So recognize the different markets. Like I said, competitive and new. It's also good to go into new. It's never, people might see you as crazy for doing something new, but let them go, do your own thing, and be successful.